Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Defend Philly. This is a special Defend Philly episode because we are currently in the middle of the Olympics. Now, yesterday, Lewis did a special episode that was a collab. I could not be there, but today we're going to break down all things Olympics, Flyers, women's hockey, and everything. So let's get right into it. Lewis, we'll start with the Flyers. What has been
Yes.
your biggest takeaway from the Flyers this Olympic run?
Well, I was upset. I think I was most excited for Dan Vladar. I have an affinity for goalies, and I think we've talked about this before. I was most excited to see what Vladar could do. Unfortunately, I guess we were talking before the show, and you confirmed for me. Looks like he only started one of three games.
Hmm.
Um, Lucas Dostal, Ducks goalie, is also Czech. I mean, he's a good goalie. I was unhappy to see him getting most of the starts because I wanted Dan Vladar to be the Flyers representative, but um, you know, is what it is. What about you? It seems like the other two are you know doing all
Yeah,
right.
I'd say
Well,
the other two. I've been pretty excited about Ristolainen, and
yeah,
he's had such a good run. And just watching him and like seeing that he prepared for so long, like it's saying that he worked up for 9 months
yeah,
for this opportunity. And he's just been great. I mean, I think he's done pretty well.
yeah. I mean, he in the in the most recent game, unfortunately, or no, they won. I'm sorry.
Finland, yeah.
I'm thinking of Czechia. Finland just beat Switzerland in OT. They were trailing 2-0 for the longest time. That was actually today. That game wrapped up about an hour ago, maybe just
Hmm.
under an hour ago. As as at the time of recording this, but he played like 20 minutes. Seems like I guess he's averaging 20 something minutes a game. In terms of statistics, it looks like he is actually not that high on the statistics list
No,
as
but
I thought.
even
But it
yeah.
seems like from what I've heard in terms of like eye test, he's had a pretty good tournament.
Yeah, and Sandheim too. Sandheim and Talkett obviously both played recently. Well, not Talkett, but
Yeah.
both played, and
Well, wish he
that game
feels
was
like he wished he could
close.
have. Yeah.
Vladar not in net, but they're moving on. They're advancing. We'll see who they play.
Yeah, because everything gets reseeded.
Yes.
So right
After
now,
the game that's going on right now.
yes,
Yes.
yes, which I
Which,
am not watching. I currently have the U.S. and Sweden game, quarterfinal game, being recorded upstairs, and after we finish this, I'm gonna go watch it. So do not tell me the score. But yeah, Finland moves on, Canada moves on. We'll see, which of the United States and Sweden moves on, and Slovakia beat Germany earlier today as well.
mhm.
So
So Sandheim
Slovakia
and Bristow are the
also
only
moved
two
on.
left.
Yeah, Dan
Bristow and
Vladar
Sandheim are
gets
the
sent
two
home.
left.
Um, I guess he goes straight home because I know the Flyers started practicing
Yeah, so
yesterday
the
or over the
NHL
weekend
allows them
or
to
Monday.
start practicing now because he's not going to medal. So obviously, I'm pretty sure he
Right.
can just head home
I
now.
think I'm pretty sure he can just head home. Yeah.
The timeline of it is really interesting, though, as you can probably tell, like I'm not as locked in with the Flyers right now. I've been following women's hockey a lot, and that's been the main focus of right now, which the timeline, it's all structured. They started about, I think it was like a little less than a week before men's hockey did.
I think
And
it might have been about
it,
a week or maybe more. You
because
might be
they were
right.
starting when the NHL was still in play.
Yeah, it was several days
Yeah.
before.
The
Yeah.
PWHL takes a pause or took a pause about like a pretty decent, pretty far ahead
Yeah.
of the NHL.
Yeah.
But right now, the women's hockey team, we got to talk about the U.S. women's
Oh
hockey
yeah,
team. I mean,
we have to talk about them.
Aaron Frankel, I'm biased. As everyone knows, I'm in Boston right now covering the Boston Fleet. Aaron Frankel is a phenomenal goaltender.
Yes.
Aaron Frankel, arguably, could change the Flyers.
Hey, I mean, look, hell yeah, she's
She is a
playing out of
better
her mind.
goaltender than we've seen in Philadelphia in a while, and that's not a hot take.
She's playing out of her mind right now.
Out of her
Out of her
mind.
mind.
Out of her mind. It has been officially, how long has it been? 331 minutes and 23 seconds since anyone has scored on her. And just to note, she started in the Olympics, longest shutout streak. She started this season going, I believe it was 3 games in the PWHL, Professional Women's Hockey League, for those that don't know, without letting a goal up. Like the team was undefeated and no one had scored on her. She started the first few games, I can't remember the exact number, without even letting a goal past her. She is a beast.
She's playing. Has she started every game for the American team, for the U.S. women's team
She
in
has
the
not.
Olympics?
It has
Okay.
been a mix of three
Yeah, the three
goaltenders,
of
I
them.
believe. Yes.
Yeah, and yeah,
Gwyneth
Gwyneth
Phillips,
Phillips, Arian
Frankel,
Frankel, and
Erin
Ava
Frankel.
McNaughton.
Yes. And so
McNaughton.
they
Aaron
together
Frankel.
have
My bad.
Erin
Aaron
Frankel have
Frankel.
broken that record and they're just playing well. And on the other side of it, go ahead.
Not only you said longest shutout, like you said 331 minutes and 23 seconds. That's the longest shutout streak in Olympic ice hockey history, not women's ice
Mm-mm.
hockey, in Olympic ice hockey history.
Yep.
And they beat the previous record by 86 minutes and 23 seconds. They're playing out of their minds right now. The U.S. women's team looks unbelievable.
If you are not following women's hockey, what are you doing? Because if you want to
Yeah.
watch good hockey, it's not going to be in Philadelphia.
No, and honestly, probably not the men's USA team either,
Nope.
because they
So
haven't
if
been
you
playing very well.
no,
So
if you look at quick stats heading into this gold medal game, the US women's team has a 31 to 1 goal differential and a 254 to 95 shot differential, and they have had a ongoing shutout streak for 331 minutes and 23
yeah,
seconds,
it's
which is
unbelievable.
filthy.
It's
So this
unbelievable.
team has in history faced off against Canada frequently, right? Those are the two big teams. But the
Yeah,
US has only beat Canada, I believe, twice in history. And so this team coming into this final game, which is tomorrow, is favored. And you just got to look at these big names that are finally getting their chance, like finally getting recognition at the big level, at the big level, right? So you look at like
yeah.
Hillary
Well, on
Knight,
the international stage,
international
yeah,
stage, you have Hillary Knight who's playing great. Hillary Knight just got engaged today.
yes,
All of these
saw that.
people, like you have these young players. Haley Wynn's come out and been incredible. Her three brothers obviously out there supporting her, making headlines. She's been great. Not to just I'm gonna talk about all the Boston people,
Do it.
but it's just been incredible. And then you have KK Harvey, who's going for her first gold at 23 years old.
Unbelievable.
This is just a team made up of vets and young players, and something is clicking, and it is amazing to watch.
Yeah, it's been there. I'm still stuck on the goalies. Like again, I said it before. I have an affinity for goalies. Out of their mind, like that is goaltending can help you can win you championships.
Hmm.
This could be this is like one of the
Goaltending can win
greatest.
you Olympic golds,
Yeah,
maybe.
this is one of the greatest performances from a goalie trio. Maybe ever,
Hmm.
ever.
Yeah.
331 minutes and 23 seconds at the
Hmm.
Olympic level. It's the best on best in the world.
It's insane. And like anyone who yes, there are no arguments right now because this team is incredible. And the other thing to think about is heading into the game tomorrow. So earlier on in this tournament, they played Canada and they won 5-0.
Yeah,
So they are facing Canada again tomorrow at 1:10 p.m. Eastern time. And so looking to
for
get
the gold.
hopefully the gold, but again, there's not enough praise for this team right now because they are playing insane. And they're
Yeah.
just dominating. And they're favored to win, obviously, but they're really just dominating. Yeah, and so there's not much else to say. I mean, they've been great. Everyone's been watching. I mean, I'd say that's the best hockey we've seen out of this tournament has been from the US women's team. And they're playing against Canada, who's playing with Marie-Philippe Poulin, who you should know the name, is was injured. He's just kind of playing on one leg right now, but still playing incredibly well, but literally on one leg, like
Yeah.
she is injured. So it's been pretty remarkable to see. And so if you're getting sick of that Flyers news, not getting it from the men's hockey team, this is where you need to be looking tomorrow because it is truly insane hockey they are playing.
Yeah, and it's not that the U.S. men's team is playing bad. They're just not playing up to the caliber that they're supposed to be. The women's team is just straight dominant, like
Hmm.
just straight up dominating across the board. So yeah, which one would I rather watch? Probably the women's team right now. The USA men's team is scaring me.
Hmm.
They haven't been they've started every game very slow. The goaltending is looking scary to me. Uh,
You have
honestly,
opinions on Jordan Binnington, or
I
oh, I
honestly
shouldn't have opened the can of
no,
worms.
you probably shouldn't have. And I'm looking at the statistics right here. I don't even know if I want to go into it. I can't stand Jordan Bennington. Um, uh, I it is it's unbelievable. Now his career save percentage is 903, which is good. This year he's playing horribly in St. Louis, 864 with a 365 goals against. He somehow when he puts on Team Canada's jersey, he just becomes Superman. It is it's unbelievable how poor he can play for his team in St. Louis. And all of a sudden, when the lights are the brightest on the international stage, he plays out of his mind. I mean, in the Four Nations last year, he looked unbelievable. So far in this tournament, he's played really, really well, despite having a horrible save percentage and a bad goals against average in the NHL. I am so tired of Jordan Binnington. He is such a weasel. He is such a weasel. And it just grinds my gears because the Canada men's team scares me a lot. And Jordan Bennington
Czechia
is
almost
part
had
of it.
them though.
I know they did. I know they
I
did.
mean, that late goal by Andres Palat, I was like, you're being challenged. I sent out a tweet and I was like, they got to find out how to win. But then that overtime goal. And then the other thing that we need to talk about is Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, hurt,
Hurt.
injured.
That's not good.
No, not
That's
good.
not good. I think the big thing is that this is the first time since 2014 that NHL players have participated in the Olympics. And there have been several,
2014 or 12?
14.
14. You're Sochi. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
There have been several injuries that heading back are something to think about. And I think that's going to be something that I personally think that you need, like, the players should be able to compete at the Olympic level. That's how I feel. But I think, like, an injury to Sidney Crosby that could take him out could hurt the Pens, could hurt.
Totally.
When you head back to your NHL team, there's definitely an argument for staying out of the Olympics and
How
not
about
getting injured.
how about you saw Kevin Fiala
Hmm.
season ending
Season ending, but that was
injury.
a scary injury. I mean,
Yeah,
he had to be stretchered off. It was not good.
they whoever I don't even know what player kind of rolled up on him a little bit, and just, it looked because he kind of got hit, and then like it was weird. The guy fell on his leg, and it was
Mm-mm.
such an odd injury. And mind you, the Kings are only 3 points out of a wild card spot right now behind the Ducks. And Kevin Fiala was having a fairly good
Hmm.
season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So I'm gonna look up his stats
I
right
think
now.
he
But
was. I mean,
like,
watching that injury was scary.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and look, and that's why everybody in Philadelphia, when any of our play, like the World Baseball Classic coming up, that's a huge thing right now, is
Yes.
because there are many Phillies representing in the World Baseball Classic. I mean, when Joel Embiid went and played in the Olympics,
That's a different story.
well, I know, but
We could get into that a lot.
I know we could, and I don't want to, but
Yes.
same idea. His knee was giving him a ton of problems, and then he goes and plays in the Olympics, and he didn't look the same after that. So
Mm-mm.
it's not good. Kevin Fiala has had 40 points in 56 games, so like you know,
Yeah.
it's a significant loss for the Kings
Hmm.
for sure.
Definitely. And there have been a couple other injuries as well, that have just shaken up these
Shooketh,
teams, and it's shooken up.
shooketh,
No. Mm. Mm.
shaken, shooketh.
Shaking these teams.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
so you got to look out for it. Luckily, the Flyers have two
Well,
players left. I mean,
yes. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say injury wise. I was like, well, Rodrigo Abels was
no.
supposed to be playing for Team Latvia, but got injured before the Olympics.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, knock on wood that nobody else get. Dan Vladar is safe as far as we know. But hopefully
We have two
Sanheim
Flyers left.
and Rasmus Ristolainen, especially Ristolainen. Talk about
Yes.
injuries. Ristolainen, He's been on the IR 2 or 3 times this year. He keeps going,
Hmm.
coming back and
Yep.
going, getting hurt, and coming back and getting hurt.
Yep.
So
Yep.
hopefully, I'm surprised he's hasn't been hurt yet with the amount of minutes he's playing and the
Yes.
type of workload they're putting on him with the Finland team. Kind of surprised he hasn't been hurt. I mean, maybe that's good for the Flyers, but I don't know. It,
And we started talking about the Flyers again, heading back to where we always do. And so,
yep.
just for a preview, it's February 18th. Flyers play next on February 25th. They'll take on the
Yes.
Capitals. And today started, you can start practicing again.
Yes.
So, most NHL teams returned to practice today. Flyers did. Apparently, Mishkov was back from his vacation, first one on the ice, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
Saw some footage of him in the gym while on vacation. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Whoop de doo.
We'll see. Um, yeah, we could get into that completely, but that's a different episode.
Yeah. Different episode.
Different episode. But for now, Olympic men's USA is playing right now for the men's.
Yep.
Tomorrow is the women's Gold Cup game. Tune in if you want to see good hockey.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the women's, can't guarantee anything about the US men's team. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. This has been yet another fun episode of Defend Philly. Follow us YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
We're gonna update our Spotify at some point.
Spotify. We have a website, all of the above
Yes, all the above.
for continued coverage. Thanks for watching.